Imagine a love story so powerful it captivated millions, only to be completely shattered by a single calculated lie. Well, that's the story of Humsafar, the iconic tale from the novel by Farhat Ishtiaq. Today, we're going to dive into this incredible journey of intense love, devastating betrayal, and the really, really difficult path back to forgiveness. And really, this is the question at the heart of the whole story. And it's what makes Humsafar so timeless. Can a bond, no matter how deep it is, truly withstand the poison of doubt, especially when that doubt is planted by the people you're supposed to trust the most? It's a huge question of faith, of pride, and what love is really all about. So, our story kicks off not with some fairy tale romance, but with a heavy sense of duty. It's this unlikely marriage, born from obligation, that ends up becoming the foundation for both an unbelievable love and, well, a heartbreaking conflict. Okay, so first a little bit of context. The word Humsafar, it beautifully translates to companion or fellow traveler. It actually started as a novel back in 2008, but it just exploded into this cultural sensation as a TV drama in 2011. It captured the attention of a massive audience, I think because it just tapped into these very real anxieties about family, trust, and social class in our modern world.
And this is where you really see these two worlds collide. On one side, you've got Kirad. She's modest, has a lot of self-respect, and comes from a very simple background. And on the other side, Ashar. He's wealthy, Yale-educated, and super privileged. They're brought together not because they want to be, but out of a sense of duty. Kirad to honor her dying father, and Ashar to honor a promise his own father made. Just like that, two total strangers from different worlds are bound together for life.
And just as this unlikely marriage starts to blossom into a real, deep love, these external forces begin to conspire against them. You've got jealousy, you've got manipulation entering the picture, and this is where the trust that was so carefully built begins to completely unravel. Now, their journey to love didn't just happen overnight. Not at all. It started with reluctance, a lot of awkwardness, just two people forced into this really intimate space. But slowly, through these little shared moments and this growing mutual respect, affection starts to take root. And soon enough, it blossoms into this deep, all-encompassing bond. They really become each other's Humsafar, their companions. But their happiness is a direct threat to Ashar's mother, Farida. And this quote? It tells you everything you need to know about her motive. She's this proud, possessive woman who sees Khirad not as a daughter-in-law, but as a rival who has stolen her son's love. So, fueled by this just corrosive jealousy, she teams up with Ashar's childhood friend, Sarah, who has her own thing for him, to tear the couple apart. And this conspiracy, it leads to the story's most devastating turning point. Everything that took months of patience and love to build is about to be shattered in a single, heartbreaking moment of total betrayal. And listen to how quickly their world just shatters. At the absolute peak of their happiness, Karad reveals she's pregnant. This is the exact moment Farida chooses to spring her vicious trap, presenting fake proof that Karad has been unfaithful. And Ashar, just blinded by his wounded pride and this feeling of ultimate betrayal, he doesn't even hesitate. He confronts a completely stunned Karad, and without hearing a single word of her defense, he throws her, pregnant and all alone, out of his home and out of his life. So the damage is done, but the story is far from over. Years are going to pass, and in that silence, the consequences of this betrayal are just going to fester until fate finally creates a path for the truth to come out. 4 years. Just let that sink in for a minute. 4 years of silence. 4 years of pain. For Kirad, that's 4 years of raising their daughter Harim all by herself, carrying the crushing weight of a lie she couldn't fight. And for Ashar, it's 4 years of living with the agony of what he thinks was this huge betrayal. An entire life has been lived in this massive chasm of misunderstanding. What brings them back together? It's their daughter's health. Harim has a heart condition, and she needs resources that only Ashar can provide. So this forced, painful reunion, it becomes the thing that finally unravels the whole web of lies. Ashar eventually discovers his mother's complete deception and has to face this horrifying truth. Khirad was innocent the entire time. And now, we get to the hardest part. The truth is out, but the wounds are incredibly deep. This brings up the most difficult question of all. Is forgiveness even possible after a betrayal of this size? This is why Humsafar resonates so deeply with so many people. It explores themes that are just painfully universal. It's a stark reminder of just how fragile trust really is, and how easily a lifetime of it can be destroyed by pride and ego. It really dives into the immense challenge of true forgiveness, not just saying the words, but actually healing the wound. And above all, Khirad's story is this powerful testament to holding on to your dignity and self-respect, even when you're facing the worst kind of injustice. In the end, if there's one single message that echoes from this story, it's this. Humsafar is a timeless reminder that love, no matter how strong you think it is vulnerable. And so often it's our own pride that becomes the very weapon that destroys the things we hold most dear.